Hey everyone, Carl with Littleroot Laddering bringing you a Lugia team this week. This comes off of... Never mind. Hey everyone, Carl with Littleroot Laddering bringing you a Lugia team. This comes from Tony in our Discord. Thanks again. We were looking for a Lugia team, a Rayquaza team, and a Mewtwo team for this week. I think we've got them all figured out at the time of this recording, but if not, we will definitely be reaching out to this community to find more, because I'd like to play people's teams rather than my own. Last week we played a lot of our own teams, and I'd like to get back to playing community-made teams and things like that so people can see their own teams being played. So this week is going to be best of the rest for Gen 1, 2, and 3, because we haven't played with Mewtwo, we haven't played with Lugia, and we haven't played with Rayquaza yet. So up to bat first here is Lugia. Lugia has the multi-scale ability, which reduces a super effective hit as long as it's at full HP, if I remember correctly. Lugia on its own isn't super powerful, but carrying a weakness policy in Dynamax has definitely helped Lugia out a little bit in the world of restricted Pokemon. Stab, Aerial Blast, Shadow Ball, Earth Power, and Recover here. Just great, just decent coverage. Having access to Earth Power means you get to boost your special defense even more than it already is. Your special defense is fairly high as it is. And then Earth Power gets to boost that with Max Quake even more. Plus, it lets you hit electric types for super effective, like this Raichu here. Raichu also helps mitigate our electric type weakness, along with Landorus down here at the bottom. Raichu with Volt Switch, Nuzzle, Fake Out, Eerie Impulse. This is fairly common Raichu set. Focus Sash, Lightning Rod, all that stuff. Landorus here is Landorus Incarnate, not the normal Landorus Therian form you're used to seeing running around with Intimidate. Sheer Force, Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Psychic, and Life Orb means you deal a ton of damage. Sheer Force doubles, multiplies it by 1.3, and then Life Orb multiplies that by 1.3. Your power goes off the charts with Sheer Force, Life Orb, Landorus. The one downside is you don't gain access to Flying Stab anymore, and you can't really Dynamax it, because if you Dynamax it, you lose your Sheer Force bonus, which kind of just defeats the purpose. We also have Eject Button Whimsicott over here with Moonblast, Tailwind, Fake Tears, and Switcheroo. This is more to help Lugia and Landorus both deal more damage with Fake Tears. Helps us gain speed control, since we can't always just be the fastest thing on the field with this team. And Switcheroo just to help defeat opposing Dynamaxes, which I feel like Lugia and the rest of this team has a problem with. Choice Band, Urshifu, Wicked Blow, Sucker Punch, Close Combat, Poison Jab. We've seen this Urshifu probably a dozen times over now. Fairly standard set, very good answer to a lot of the Steel types in the meta that are there to prey on Fairy types, which we honestly don't have a very good way of dealing with Fairy types on this team, I noticed, so we'll have to see how good this Urshifu actually is in the face of like a Zacian. Rillaboom here with Assault Vest, which is it's not a normal variant of Rillaboom we see. Normally we see a Miracle Seed, Rose Incense, Choice Band, things like that. AV kind of falling behind in the times, but this set's really cool. Grassy Glide, Wood Hammer, Knockoff, and Fake Out. This is, I'm going to beat up bulky waters 100% of the time. I also have Fake Outs just to be a support if I need to, and Knockoff to remove any weakness policy shenanigans outside of like Metagross. Other fun fact, if Rillaboom outspeeds Lugia, we can proc our own policy with the Knockoff. I doubt that's what we're doing. I'm pretty sure we're just Volt switching off with Raichu and switching into like Lando or something, but we'll see how this goes. I'm super excited to try this out. I played with Ho-Oh 2 weeks ago now, and it was pretty cool. I'm excited to see how Lugia fares. Okay, up against Zacian here. This is the match where I was kind of worried about finding. Zacian can be a problem for this team because outside of Landorus, we don't have a very good answer to it. Zacian, Lapras, Moltres, Comfey, Rillaboom, Cinderace. This seems like just like a very standard I am Zacian team. So what we can do here is probably go Whimsicott, Lugia, Landorus in the back to deal with an opposing Zacian, And probably just a Raichu. Or we could bring Urshifu. Urshifu hits Lapras and deals with it fairly effectively. You'll have to excuse the background noise. There's a cat back here. She just likes to get into everything. I think I'm gonna bring Raichu. Come here. Come here. Come say hi to people. Come on. Oh, I know this is very unprofessional. But she's just being a little love bug today and didn't want to be left alone. So you're gonna sit on my lap while we play. Moltres Comfey. So the cool part here is if they proc a policy, we get them. I cannot switch a Roo though, which kind of sucks. But we can Tailwind. And we can max Airstream. Or I can max Quake into the Comfey. Or I can Moonblast to put some chip on it. And then max Airstream after that. And take out the Comfey. Because I think Moltres is faster than I am. This isn't boding well if it is. I did not think I'd be outspeeding the Moltres. They may not be Dynamaxing yet. We'll find out. But I need to take care of this Comfey. Max Airstream is going to be the most damage I can deal to it. Okay, so it's not a Dynamax set. So I get to do the eject button thing, which is great here, actually. This is actually really good, because I don't proc their policy. And I get to go into Raichu. And I get to fake out clap the Comfey next turn. And stop any kind of shenanigans here. Comfey goes to half, that's great. Would love it if they went Fiery Wrath here. Nasty plot, so they're going to set up here. That's fine. If that's the case, then I think I just Nuzzle. Because they're going to likely proc their policy. And we go to +2. Or I can get a special defense boost. I think I want a special defense boost here. Because I still have Whimsicott in the back that can Tailwind. I think I'd rather have the special defense boost. Comfey, Helping Hand, that's fine. Gonna Nuzzle you. I'm gonna probably proc a policy here. Yeah, there's the policy. Hope they're paralyzed. Cool thing is we get to go ahead of this Moltres now. And we get to go to +1 special defense, so it's not as bad. So it's essentially just dealing with a +4 Moltres instead of a +5 with Helping Hand. Fire at that. Actually is fine. Like, actually, factually, that's fine. I'll Volt Switch off, and I'm going to max Airstream Moltres here. Yeah, it is. You can't protect. Yeah, you're going to have the Raichu. That's fine. Like, there was no getting around that. Oh boy, you gained a whole 1 HP. And now at +2, we just blow up their Moltres they have been trying to set up all game. Almost get it blown up. That's fine. Yep, you can have that Berserk. That's fine. So now, what do you do? I don't need to do anything crazy here, so I think I just attack the Comfey and Moonblast the Moltres. Lugia's at +1 special defense. It's got its policy procced. Kind of wish we had Recover on this Lugia so we could heal back up to full. Yeah, you're going to Floral Healing, that's fine. We're going to take out the Comfey. Wonder how much this Moonblast does. Probably not enough. Not enough. So now they're +6. Yeah, Fiery Wrath goes off. Bye-bye, everyone. Just couldn't take out this Moltres in time. They definitely stalled it out correctly. So now it's Lando versus the world, which is fine. This Moltres is slower than everybody else. I don't think we can beat a Lapras. I think Fake Tears and Earth Power might take out the Lapras at Gigantamax form. That might be enough. I doubt it, though. Not being able to pick up the KO there on the Moltres with the Airstream at +2 just kind of illustrates the problem I had with Lugia when we did our tier list a while back. Like, Lugia, even with weakness policy, just doesn't do enough damage. Max Resonance into the Landorus here. Gonna definitely take us out. Yeah. And then Fiery Wrath from Moltres takes us out there too. I don't know what I could have done differently there. I respected the Comfey and tried to take it out, but then like not getting the roll on the Moltres really sucked. Definitely not getting the roller on the Moltres. Definitely put us in the spot where we were at then. That was more just we couldn't get the damage roll to roll our way instead of them surviving a hit. Because that was a +2 max Airstream stab. That was definitely more than enough to take that Moltres out from the HP it was at, and we just didn't roll. I think we just min-rolled. Unless you were max HP, max special defense, I don't think you survived that. Yeah. There's no special defense investment whatsoever. So yeah, that was just a bad roll on our part. Yeah. That's just a bad roll on our part. Oh well. Next game. Another Zacian team, this time with Togekiss. So Lando here is kind of okay. Urshifu's decent. Yeah, we'll do that. Landorus here hits Incineroar, it hits Rillaboom, it hits Regieleki, it hits Zacian super effectively, so I feel like leading on it is fine. We're going to save our Dynamax for the back. Their Dynamax targets are going to likely be this Urshifu and this Togekiss. That being said, our own Urshifu's in this game, and Lugia's in this game. Lugia deals with Rillaboom and Incineroar and Zacian and Urshifu. I think the Raichu on the screen means they don't bring Regieleki. So we'll see if they hedge, if I can hedge on that bet or not. And if they did bring Regieleki, I have... Okay. So this is a... Incineroar and a Togekiss. Intimidate means nothing to my team. That's fine. I think... we want to keep the eject button. So we swap into Urshifu here. I'm not worried about being outsped on anything. Are they Dynamaxing the Togekiss? Because that's cool. I wonder what move they'd be going for then. Airstream into the Urshifu slot, probably. I wonder how much damage a Sludge Bomb does. Yeah, they're going to attack the Ursh. They were focusing the Whimsicott slot. That's not bad. But now I don't have to worry about Fake Out from the Incineroar, so now I can just bring Whimsicott back out, Tailwind, and take out the Togekiss here. I think just having the +2 speed up is going to be important. Yeah, there's the max guard. So we're going to get our Tailwind up here, which is fine. Yeah. They're going to protect, which is fine. Flare Blitz into the Whimsicott is also fine here. Yeah. So Lugia is going to come out here. And then Lugia gets to just take over this game. Because I outspeed both Incineroar and Togekiss, and Lugia just goes Earth Power into this Incineroar and blows it up. Yeah. I think we just get a special defense boost here and we just blow up this Togekiss. Out comes the Togekiss. They didn't have a Steel type on their team. Also, that's the end of their Dynamax. Oh, they have Zacian. Zacian's a Steel type. Yeah. That's fine. If I can take out this Incineroar, this would be great. Or this Incineroar survives and attacks me with like a Darkest Lariat or something. Procs by policy. That would also be great. Yep. That's fine. Give me that special defense boost. It doesn't mean much in the face of a Zacian, but I'll take what I can get. There's the berry, Agua, Figgy, something like that. Pinchberry. Yeah. And that's what I didn't want to see. I did not want to see the parting shot. Now I think I have to... Yeah, now I think I have to Sludge Bomb that one and Max Quake into Zacian. I think think that's what I'm forced into doing here. Yeah, like I have to Sludge Bomb because Landorus is going to be faster. Which means we take out the Togekiss. And we get to Earth Power into the Zacian. Or Max Quake into Zacian. It's not going to do a ton. But it's a chunk. A chunk is better than nothing in my opinion. I think we've got one more turn on Tailwind. Fun fact, this is a resisted hit. Nope, still not enough. Still not enough. And this is just proving the point I had with about Lugia earlier. We just don't deal enough damage. Like, if they don't proc our policy or we don't proc it ourselves, we kind of just don't deal damage. If they get a Snarl off, it procs our policy, but we're only +1. Yeah, you can protect all you want. That Fake Out breaks the multi-scale, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm not hitting with a super effective hit. Tailwind petered out. Granted, we weren't going to outspeed at +1 anyway. We just have to keep attacking the Zacian spot. Hope this Behemoth Blade doesn't take us out here. That's good. Yeah, now we're -2. Yeah, this is the problem of Lugia. Just, it doesn't do enough damage on its own. You have to have the policy triggered. We get to see what their Backmon is here. If it's Regieleki, we're just done. I don't know what that is. Yeah, we're just done here. Yeah, we're just done here. Again, just not picking up at KOs. Getting parting shotted with Lugia just felt terrible. What can you do? It's just Lugia just doesn't do enough damage by itself. It's one of the reasons why it was rated so low on our tier list. It's just, it's a cool Pokemon. It has a really cool ability, and there's a very niche spot for it, but trying to be the Dynamax target on a team just feels kind of bad. Like, Max Quake doesn't mean anything when everyone's physical in this case. Max Airstream doesn't really mean anything when you're fast to begin with Tailwind. So, like, I feel like Lugia on this team just doesn't do enough. I feel like you'd rather have, like, a Ho-Oh or something else like that that has a little bit different coverage moves. Anywho, one more game. Okay, we're up against Dialga. Dialga is only weak to ground and fighting. Seeing double ground types there, double flying types there means Landorus definitely is kind of weaker. I think leading Raichu Lugia here is fine. Don't have a good way of dealing with Landorus on the opposing side. Not without just like Wicked blowing it. So I think we have to bring Urshifu and then Rillaboom to deal with the rest of the stuff in the back. It sucks because Landorus is how you probably beat the Dialga, but I can't safely bring it when it has two Pokemon that aren't hit by ground types on that side. And they have their own Primarina and Glastrier that can just beat it up. Yeah, I think that's what we do here. There's the glaring weakness here, is how the heck do we beat a ground type that's not weak to grass? This is a tough one for sure. This is actually tougher than most of the Zacian matches, I think. Dialga, Landorus. Yep. You got it. So I think the play here is Max Quake and switch out into Rillaboom. That's just going to proc a policy, though. I think we just do that. I don't know. This is a tough one to for sure. Out comes Lando, in comes Glastrier. They're setting Trick Room. I don't know why they thought they might get away with it. If I was a betting man, I could have nuzzled my own Lugia, but I didn't do that. So, there's that. They probably swapped into Glastrier expecting a water type attack. Instead, we're just going to reduce the special attack on this Dialga. I can't remember if I Phantasm the Glastrier or the Dialga. I Phantasm the Dialga because I wasn't sure if the Dialga was switching out. Gonna lower its defense and lower its special attack. Yeah, you can have that Trick Room. That's fine. I think I'm going to set this Glastrier up to go down later on. I also just want to nuzzle into it. Or I could Volt Switch out. I think I'm just going to nuzzle into Glastrier here. They're going to Dynamax it probably. Yep. Here's the other problem with Lugia. Ice is very popular type coverage because ground and flying are so common. So Glastrier, Metagross has Ice Punch, Kyogre has Ice Beam, things like that can definitely pose a problem. They're going to Max Quake into the Raichu most likely. Yep. Get a special defense boost. And then Earth Power on Dialga too. Dang, they just got all that coverage. Just going to keep lowering its defense. So now Glastier's -2. We swap in the Rillaboom here. Try to stall out the rest of these Trick Room turns. But I don't see how we do that. I think we just make it to where Dialga can't attack me in case I live a hit. Okay, that's fine. Maybe he was expecting a Max Quake into that slot. That wasn't happening. Sorry. That's decent damage. Zapdos is static. Actually, that might be good for us. Nope. Rillaboom gets taken out there. Not surprised at all. So now Glastier's at -3. Our out here is... Well, that breaks our multi-scale, so now we're going to lose Lugia for sure. Actually, yeah, we're just dead here probably. Urshifu comes out. We can't do anything because they got Trick Room up, and I didn't accurately predict what they were doing. Oh... Yeah, this team is definitely not the greatest when compared to everything else in the format. Goodness. Just double into Glastrier and hope something happens here. That's all we can do. Maybe I'm just playing this team wrong. I'm trying to feature Lugia, but it's just not that great. It's definitely weak to a lot of things going on. And even with when you get your policy procced, you don't do enough damage to pick up the KO half the time. Like, your speed control is in the form of Tailwind. You have no way to stop Trick Room without just having to be able to OHKO a Pokemon. We hit our Aerial Blast, does 0 damage because Lugia does 0 damage. Thunderbolt's gonna deal a ton to us, yeah. Like, for all of its bulk and everything, Lugia does, like, nowhere near enough damage. Lugia is definitely the bulkier member of the team compared to, say, Ho-Oh, where Ho-Oh gets to actually deal damage because it's a physical attacker, but Lugia's damage output is mediocre at best. Plus, we were forced into just attacking with Shadow Ball and Aerial Blast because we knew there was 2 flying types somewhere on the team and we couldn't safely Earth Power at any point. We still can't safely Earth Power because there is a Landorus in the back. And we're going to go down to Icicle Crash. Overall, not a very good showing for this team. There's definitely some weak spots, definitely some things that we can do better for next time, but this team overall just felt very, very underpowered in comparison to my opponent's teams. We felt very one-dimensional. We have to do the thing or we don't do anything at all, and yeah, this team definitely wants a little bit of something extra, and I'm not sure what it is. I feel like if we had like screens or something to keep Lugia just better after multi-scale goes off, we'd be fine there. I think the era of eject button, switcheroo, fake tears, all this stuff from Whimsicott, I think its time is over, honestly. There's a lot of dark types running around right now. Yveltal, Galarian Moltres, Urshifu, Incineroar. You can't do anything to them. All this Whimsicott does when it sees that is clicks Tailwind and then gets thrown out, or it gets fake out and then you have to eject button out. Yeah, this team does not feel like a team. It just feels kind of just like, I like these 6 mons, I'm going to slap them together. Nothing really synergizes with what Lugia is doing, if that makes sense. The Landorus was kind of cool. Like that was kind of a neat thing, just like Landorus being able to Earth Power and Sludge Bomb and do things like that. But outside of that, I don't know what this team's missing. Maybe we can figure that out in the next episode. If you like what you saw, I don't know if you just like Lugia, playing with Lugia, rental code's on the screen. Maybe we'll figure out what was going on over the next episode and hopefully do better than what we did today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell for when new videos go live. We're putting up at least 1 to 2 videos a day, every day for the foreseeable future. Also, make sure you come and join the Discord. The Discord's where we get our teams like this one from Tony. Sometimes they're real bangers, sometimes they need a little bit more work, and that's what this show is for. This is what this whole series is for, is just like play community teams, see what they need to do, see how they can get better, see how they fare against the master ranked ladder and whatnot. So yeah, link to the Discourse down below. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at LR Lessons for the podcast, myself at musical_33, my co-host Carter at Mr. Missouri 25. We also stream on Twitch occasionally, myself at twitch.tv/musical and my co-host at twitch.tv/Mr. Missouri 25. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, where we're at in the world, and we will see you all next time. Bye, guys.